Welcome back to ESL Pro League Season 6. We've just had the first game get wrapped up. It was HellRaisers versus Heroic, and it went to Heroic in quite a heroic fashion.
Yeah, I mean, initially it was what? I think it was 8-2, 9-2, 10-5 was the first half scoreline. We saw HellRaisers win that second pistol, think, okay, here we go, revitalized on their CT half, but unfortunately for them, they got reset instantly. It was 11-5, 11-6, and from there, we just really saw no life or just some lifeless plays, and things just didn't go HellRaisers' way.
It's true. And talking of resets is kind of the highlight storyline of the game in a nutshell.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
It was constant resets throughout the entire thing. We saw moments of greatness from sort of HellRaisers, then you saw it just instantly be stubbed out. There was none of that. Heroic knew how to counter it, knew how to extinguish the fire they were trying to alight, and did it every time. Yeah,
I mean, you mentioned it there before, the fact that the resets were so common in that first half. I believe that actually on the T side of HellRaisers, they did get reset 5 times, forced onto the quasi-buy or the eco. 5 times on your T side, this isn't really good enough, essentially. You're not winning rounds in clean fashion. We saw what happened. The first round they won, they actually lost. 3 players, 2 players after the bomb actually exploded. We saw Modi playing for the exit frags and actually dented that T economy so heavily, it forced out such a weak buy as soon as HellRaisers lost a round.
That's a scary fact. You can't be allowing those sort of situations as well. Even though you're winning rounds, you still need to be sort of aware of your economy and try and base it around that.
Exactly.
And they overextended too far after the bomb had gone down, and they capitalized because of that.
Or actually, they were hunting for kills versus the CT side of Heroic when their money was in such a dire situation. It's a high risk versus high reward, right? What do you gain from what you lose? Yes, you might take a gun out of the Heroic's hands, dent the CT economy, but at the same time, you may dent your own economy, the T side, and then you're going to be weighing up the odds, right? Which economy is worse? Yourself or the opposition? If it's the opposition, then fair enough, go for the hunt, try to take guns out of the CT side's bank and try and whittle down their firepower that way. But unfortunately for HellRaisers, this didn't read the situation, and actually, they were basically their own enemy.
Yeah, so that's sort of how it whittled down towards the end there. Obviously, Heroic did take the win in the end and close this out, but that is only the first map. We do have the next game coming up now, which is going to be, of course, the second map. That will be Overpass. Overpass, a little bit different in sort of the play style here, hoping to see maybe they can revitalize themselves. The only thing I'm worried about is our HellRaisers going to reset themselves and take this as 2 best of 1s rather than a best of 2 and allow that negative mentality to stick there.
Oh, wow.
Incredibly puzzled.
Yes. Betway there. 1.4 odds for HellRaisers to win this one. What do you reckon to that?
Oh, it's flipped.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, it's flipped.
So, yeah, okay, I was about to say, is it flipped? So actually, it's Heroic on 1.4, yeah? Okay, good. I was going to say. Yeah, I was going to say. That's why I was so surprised. I mean, right now, if you saw those odds, 2.6 for Heroic to take this one, I'd say bet right now. Bet right now. But instead, of course, the graphic is flipped. It's actually 1.44 for Heroic and then 2.6 there for HellRaisers. And I think it's accurate. We saw what happened on Mirage, more of that pug-style CS, or, well, lends more to that pug-style and orientated style of CS, that looser style of calling. We saw what happened. We're also trying to work them out, trying to find the first frag. We saw some aggression as well from Zero towards B apartments. On Overpass, how is that going to favor up? Overpass T sides is where you need those strong defaults and the map control style of CS prevails. And I think Heroic could be the ones to be, well, dominating in that fashion.
That's what's quite scary for me as well, because in the ESL New York qualifiers, was it sort of this standard? Because the only round that sort of really impressed me with the AWP capability was the double AWP setup round, where Dead Fox actually did the damage.
That's the thing, right? At what point, if you're Dead Fox, you say, do you know what, mate? The AWP's mine. I'm going to take it for these couple of rounds. You haven't really been effective with it, essentially. You know, is there a bit of a tension there in the team? Obviously, if you're, I don't know what type of personality Dead Fox has, right? Is he somebody who's going to be okay with giving up the ego, giving up space in the team and allowing other players to try and shine? But of course, what if Wosek and Issa, these new, inexperienced players, just don't deliver? At what point do you just, you know,
have to
flip the switch and just exactly grab the reins?
Try and sort of shine in yourself. And one way you can shine, guys, if you head over to the ESL store, grab yourself 2 of the beautiful jerseys that we have on display here. Of course, got yourself a nice little Heroic one there, so you can look like Mezioso. You know, he wears one of those in his bathroom at night. That's what he gets up to.
Yeah, coaching godsend though. I wouldn't really say has too much effect on the Heroic guys.
Yeah, I know. He's a big fan of Heroic, mate. Everyone loves a bit of Heroic. He does see that Danish scene. Or HellRaisers. It's up to you what you want to wear in your own time. We won't judge.
No,
Snods wears glasses.
Exactly. And so do you. You actually don't want to wear the glasses on stream because you're embarrassed.
I never wear them.
Only when you're casting.
Glasses. I think there was a clip where I wore glasses.
Yeah, there was a clip. So there you go.
So it's been rumbled, really.
Yeah, exactly.
But will Heroic be able to rumble HellRaisers once again as we get into Overpass? One of the sort of things I was thinking about there as well is that AWP setup potential, because AWPs are very prevalent on a map like Overpass. There was a lot
CT side,
with it. Yeah. he needs to step up. Wojciech, we need to see him refresh, come back into this with a normal mindset, because there was clutch situations as well where I expected him to really live up to the hype, and it wasn't really there for me. I don't know if this is too much pressure on his shoulders. Obviously, it's a big debut.
That's the thing, right? An experienced player plays on a very high sensitivity as well. I believe it's 1,600 DPI to sensitivity, something absolutely outrageous. It's pretty much like 5 or 4 times what the average pro plays on. But yeah, I mean, I guess the example you're thinking of was the play towards CT.
Yeah.
When he was whiffing all the shots, he landed some crazy flick shot, but apart from that, missing the easy ones, is the pressure potentially showing?
Well, let's see if the pressure is going to be shown as we dive in with the action. Heroic versus HellRaisers. It's map 2. Snods, take it away.
Heroic right now going to be starting on the T side. Let's see what the T side is going to be. Well, their default on the T side is going to be once we do see the gun rounds, but nevertheless, this will be the pistol. 5 stars of Kevlar right now coming out from the T side. Heroic trying to play hard and fast.
They sprint their way through it just how they like it right now. They actually do get the opening frag. The trade comes in, but it's short-lived as Wojciech goes down. Snappy responds so swiftly there as they are now in a 3 versus 4. And they're sprinting, all-out aggression being displayed towards the same bomb sites. Nods. Angel actually, during his backtrack, had to stop and find that headshot to delay them.
3 versus 3, though. Mod into 4 HP. Issa now on that CT side, getting all the information he needs for his team. The push comes in towards B. They know now it's going to be the eventual A play.
Now really trying to take this aggression through. Get a little bit of long control here to aid them. Tag, armed with a Glock 18 Weasel, ready to try and act a bit like a ferret as he pops out. Does get away. They can't quite whack him down just yet. So they are in this 3 versus 3. Bit of a stalemate as they want to reposition their attack towards B. But look at the lurk actually in Issa. Issa could spot them out, depending on how he chooses to play this one.
Right now from Heroic in the 3 versus 3 scenario. They might just forfeit the life here of Modi. 4 HP for him. Maybe make some presence towards A. Force rotation. Keep 2 players there towards the A side, which they actually currently have. And then try and take a 2 versus 1 versus Issa towards the B bomb side. Then again, the kit was dropped. Playing out towards sewers, you can see Issa now has all the aggression towards T-Spawn, but it's actually going to be forfeiting that B bomb site. Angel are going to be rotating in now through Heaven.
Issa should have heard everything though. They gave their position away as they fired off a couple of pot shot rounds. They pushed their way out. He peeks at the right time because he hears the audio cue of them pitter-pattering their way straight through Monster. He did drop the bomb, but they grab it straight back. They actually find these trade frags as well. But the timing for Snappy, he switched the bomb. Snods, that could have been entirely different if he actually got that follow-up frag. At this point, Modi just needs to die before time. Does go down to 0. It's a sloppy round, but HellRaisers come out on top.
There we have it. 1-0 now. As HellRaisers take the lead on the CT side. Such a crucial pistol round to win on the CT side. Especially on a map like Overpass, you need the Molotovs, flashbangs, smokes to ward off the aggression from the T side once you do enter the buy rounds. Nevertheless, the buy does come into fruition. Onto both sides. Bomb not being planted from the T side. Heroic are going to be forcing into round number 2. It's going to be upgraded pistols across the board. Actually, a Glock there for Tag as he buys more utility to try and aid the push here. An eventual burst towards the speed bomb site.
Slowly but steadily, we'll try and ward their attack towards B. The utility is going to be thrown out now as they will start to set ablaze the site and block off these angles. The lurking Snappy could have been incredibly detrimental as he goes down. It should have been able to find that first frag at least, but the trade comes straight through. Zero just does damage as well with the FAMAS. Everyone is running towards him, feeding him these 3 frags. Angel gets another one of the UMP of all weapons. They're still building up even a massive amount of economy to play with into the late round. Tag was just waiting to be sent off and eventually does go down. So the second round is grabbed by HellRaisers. It's fairly clean, and they were able to maximize a couple of the kills onto those UMPs.
Yep, stark contrast what we saw on the last map here from HellRaisers, able to win versus the Force Buy, have 5 players stay alive as well, so they can actually start to build their economy leading into the first half here. Round number 3, it's going to be the Eco coming up from Morocco. On their T side, of course, Glocks across the board, not going to waste any money on light utility, maybe a flashbang, a smoke grenade here or there, P250s as well. This is going to be great, straight Glocks and no Kevlar. Still though, 3 UMPs, FAMASs as well for the CT sides. They can try and rack up as much cash as possible.
Sprint their way straight through. Angel opens it up right now as he makes mincemeat out of them, Snods. It's so easy for him to do damage with that UMP. The final frag will go their way as well. Angel sends Snappy off as he connects the shot with the USP, and that is all 3 rounds claimed, but this is where it gets real.
Yeah, exactly that. Question right now for the CT side is, do you bring forward these SMGs? Currently got 3 UMPs in your arsenal. Do you disregard any of them and upgrade your firepower to an M4? Let's see those who do wait. It's looking like a gun was dropped. Was it FAMAS? No. It's actually going to be the 3 UMP setup. Warp onto Wojciech and FAMAS there for 0. From the T side though, 5 AKs for them as we go into round number 4. Eventually it's looking like the default towards A. Usually defaults on Overpass. 1 towards connector, 1 towards B, 3 towards middle. You smoke off front toilets. You Molotov towards Banana, you flash the angles, you try and force back on AWP, you take control of the map, and with the real estate in your possession, you can then fake and execute towards the A site. The map is yours.
Trying to go for the information play here. Snappy with the one jumping over. The flashbang goes in to try and blind Wojcik. They do actually time it perfectly as well, so they can get down the stairwell here. Nico trades that frag back on towards Angels. They're left into a 4 versus 4. It's a bit of a stalemate right now, as they're not sure where to try and continue this onslaught through. Modi gets a bit of information towards Monster. Once again, it does pipe down a bit.
1 minute on the clock. 4 versus 4. Nico from the heroic side is low, but so is Zero right now. Towards that B-bomb site. Bomb. 3. These T players, little bit surely going to be making their way eventually towards this B-bomb site. Going to be leaving Nico on the lurk on the low HP to hold off the rotations through connector from the CT side.
Ready for that push to come in. Flashbang is primed. Will pop it, go for the peek over as well. Spots him out, riddles away with that UMP, but couldn't quite find the kills. When the peek comes out from Zero as well, once again he goes down. So it's a 4 versus 2. They outnumber their opponents massively into the round. Wojcik has the elevated angle. He has the high ground, Snods. Smoke goes in, blocks off his line of sight, and he can't effectively take any pot shots.
4 versus 2 as well. In this scenario, made us throw in the towel, concede it, and give Heroic round number 4. Just save the AWP and the FAMAS into the next one. It's looking like they will be doing the latter and saving what they have left. For Heroic there, getting the double entry there towards Monster. No trade coming out from Issa, from Zero, and it granted them that B-bomb site for free essentially. And actually, Deadfox there unable to save the FAMAS going into round number 5, maybe detrimental for that CT side economy.
A rapid movement here from Wojcik as he just waits, assuming that he is going to be hunted upon from one of these 2 angles towards A site or the bottom of long. But he actually does get through fairly well. He is going to be safe into the round, and they do have the economy to rebuy into this as well. Instantly, they can run the risk, fall by backup, and take the fight immediately back towards Heroic. But a good round for Heroic. You let the pistol round go, and you just try and pick it back up as soon as you get to that 4-buy round.
Still there, 4,000 there for Angel, but really 1,000, 2,000 across the board right now for the CT side economy. Heroic, they need to win this one in clean fashion, try and take round number 7 as well, and try and force some ecos come out from HellRaisers if they want a chance of really finding their footing into this first half. Nevertheless, though, once again, 5 AKs for the T side. No AWP into play just yet. That might tell a sign that they want to go for the map control-based CS and then execute off of that. We're talking about Counter-Strike. Modi loses life early as the first kill is found by Zero towards B.
Try and take that toilet control right now as they will slowly make their approach through. It's going to be slow and steady that wins the race into this round as they have to try and get the trades back and force it into their favor. They need to be incredibly precise.
5 versus 4. Right now from the CT side defense, they split it. 3 towards A, 2 towards B. And actually no players from the CT side, well, jump spotting essentially towards B short. Get information towards Monster, so if Heroic were to sell the fake, it could work.
He comes around, Angel with one near the second as well, incredibly precise, and Yugi is left so low, but he peeks out, finds the headshot back on towards Wojcik. That is beautiful now, Snons, as they can mount their assault towards a bomb site. Deadfox will trade it back with the M4. He's primed and ready for this push to come towards him. Swings wide, gets the second frag, hungry for the hat trick. He can't quite claim it just yet. Snappy will eliminate Zero. He's left in a 1 versus 2. Deadfox is low. It wouldn't take much for him to blow him out the server here, and he will get the kill. It's all on Snappy, and Issa will experience shine through. It seems like it will. Lands the headshot. He goes down. Heroic get the round off. A great hat trick. The 3K from Snappy.
And he retrieves the AWP as well. That should be dropped over for Yugi. Haven't seen the open play from the T side just yet. Nevertheless, though, from a 5 versus 3, somehow, some way, Yugi and co bring it back and make it 2-3. You can see the money right now for the CT side. Is it really doing too well in case they do lose this one? But of course, as if they do lose it. It's going to be the FAMAS onto Zero. UMP there for Issa, or for Wojcik, and then 2 and 4s onto Deadfox and Angel. Yugi now going to be wielding the AWP into round number 6. How he's going to utilize that AWP on the T side.
It's true. It'll be interesting to see what he actually does with a weapon. Obviously, normally incredibly precise, but quite aggressive. Will that overconfidence be his downfall?
Guess we're about to find out. Wojcik now holding towards Party from Toilet, so eventually will fall back. Going to be giving up a lot of mid control, Toilet control to the T side, which means potentially an impending execute from Heroic towards the A site. Wojcik now playing towards stop sign, and then having Angel back there. Well, I say back there, aggressive towards A long. They're going to have Wojciech try and bait for Angel there, try and find kills. Catch T-side off guard as well towards A long. Nevertheless, though, it's going to be 1 minute on the clock. Bomb going to be slowly but surely making its way back from toilets to T-spawn to that B bomb site. Heroic, they had success early on. The first round they put on the board to make it 3-1 earlier on was actually a play towards that B bomb site where they found Issa and Zero on the lonesome. Let's see if they can repeat that now. 40 seconds left, and Modi going to be going for the entry.
Face comes through. The nades do start to soar through. Starts as that aggression is shining. They push out. The extension comes out. Issa moves away from his barrel's location. The headshot comes in as well towards Zero. So already Modi has done work into the round. Dead Fox will retaliate with that M4. He's up close and personal, and he's mean-spirited as he starts to beat his way through them, landing his left and right hooks. Yugi will go down. It's a 2 versus 2. Dead Fox is doing the entire round all on his lonesome. It's a 4K for him, and he's hungry for the ace. He pushes his way up. S attack just waiting patiently. Knows timing is so critical into the round. Dead Fox forces the face. He will go down, denies the 5, but look how low he is. It's on Wojciech. He has to try and force him out. Just waits for the pre-fire. Eventually, he will land the headshot. The HellRaisers get round number 4 and the defuse. But Dead Fox single-handedly dismantles the entire team.
Somehow, some way, Dead Fox managed to make the impossible possible there. A massive quad kill from him can be granting HellRaisers round number 4. You can see right now leading the charge there alongside of Angel at 7 kills after 7 rounds. Still though, Heroic, they can still bump into this one. It's going to be 3 AKs for them, 2 UMPs onto the T side. Going to be lacking the AWP, and also lacking a bit of utility there onto a few players, but they still can go for an execute towards that B bomb site. Map control towards A, if need be. It's looking like though, Snappy's going to be lurking towards mid, throw a flashbang, make it 2, try and force a rotation. And right now you can see 4 players from the CT side towards A. It's a good read here from Heroic.
They've really sort of forced their hand, actually. They bought into this rotate quite massively as they've gone for that huge stack. Oh, Modi with a headshot connection there. The wall bang on towards Issa. That is absolutely splendid as they've got B-site control and they're using quite powerful afterplants.
Exactly that. You got a sniper there towards connector. Can lock down, be sure. You've also got one in there holding for the aggression from Monster. It's going to be the save now coming up from HellRaisers, of course. They go for the audacious play there towards middle, try and get map control towards T-stairs, take control of playground, but unfortunately for them, it didn't go their way.
Wojciech does do a little bit of damage as he will spot out Snappy. Snappy was on the move, and he wants to deny that. Modi as well, that's a critical round from him really with the opening headshot. Although it might not look like much, and they've had to save off the back of it, the over-rotate, that one man was the difference maker. If he would have been able to find 2 frags there, they could have mounted the retake, they could have risked it all, but Modi just blows him away, didn't allow him to save.
Very simple. 4-1 style of CS coming out from Heroic there. You have Snappy, the IGL, he's the caller. So usually in those scenarios we are playing 4-1 style of CS. You have your caller. Say obviously where the remainder of the 4 players are going to go, but simply put, Snappy there towards mid. Chucks 2 flashbangs. Shows presence from the T side there towards middle. It commits 4 players from HellRaisers to stay there. Yes, they made the call to go for the aggressive play towards middle in the freeze time, but it kept 4 players there from rotating. Just those 2 flashbangs granted the B bomb site for free, and Modi opened it up and took down the only player there holding it. Nevertheless, though, it's going to be round number 8 now as a buy. Once again, though, from both sides, 5 AKs for Heroic. No AWP once again from Yugi, but actually the AWP into play from Wojciech, playing aggressive now towards toilets, once again holding towards Party.
Wojciech. It'll be interesting to see if he does actually find the flamboyant openers into the round potentially, but forced back from toilet. Has to on the move as well. Deep flashes coming in from Heroic. They know how to counter him.
Yeah, this is the default I was talking about in the preface before this game. The smoke towards toilets, the Molotov towards banana, and the flashes as well to cause or force the AWPers to push back slowly but surely. But here you can see Heroic have control of toilets. They can flash as well if they're smart about it, and then execute eventually towards the A site and render these AWPs potentially useless.
They're trying to counter it though. HellRaisers very aggressive on their retake, but they overextend, and the whiff comes through from Wojciech as well. So Nico domes him instantly. Snappy as well, going to spot out Angel, as Angel will just bounce through his own smoke, trying to cause a play, forcing it with overconfidence, and that is their biggest downfall. Nico gets his second frag into the round, and now they've got site control, and the rotate should be cut off as well. Modi's in position. If they want to try and risk this, Nods, they're going to be obliterated by the man himself.
Once again, HellRaisers can be forced to save in the scenario as we go to round number 9. AK there for Issa. Going to be salvaged from Modi's dead body. Zero as well can be bringing forward the M4 into round number 9. Still, it's going to be 4-4 as the scoreline is eventually equalized after 8 rounds. HellRaisers had the early momentum winning the pistol, but But in terms of the buy rounds, the simple but effective map control defaults coming out from Heroic, as I spoke about, there's too much for HellRaisers to handle.
Issa, just waiting by the club right now as he will dance his way through, being able to save it into this round. They are hunting, but it seems like the boat has sailed at this point. HellRaisers will be able to scavenge that AK and M4. It's critical that they were actually able to scavenge those as well.
Talking about scavenge, Jack. Yuki going to be picking up the AWP from Osik. They won't have to be buying up into that. So you can see 4,000 across the board right now for the T side, and for HellRaisers, 2,000, 3,000-ish right now across the board. So money, not so good in the HellRaisers camp. Yes, they saved over 2 rifles. But actually, what can they drop over? Zero can buy. They can drop over a FAMAS. Maybe even a UMP as well. So you could see a decent buy. I mean, you could see 3 rifles, 2 UMPs, a kit here and there, decent utility. Problem is, though, you're looking at the odds and how you're going to favor yourself into round number 9 with that sort of buy. You have to be expecting Heroic just to slowly but surely grind the round out, bleed out your utility with what you can afford. And from there, take the round. And as soon as they win that one, they're going to break your CT economy and force an eco. But anyway, talking about ecos. Oh, actually, is it going to be? Yeah, so it's going to be the eco now coming up from the CT side of HellRaisers. We're going to round number 9. This should be 5-4 now in favor of Heroic. You can see 4,000 across the board in terms of their T economy. If they win this one cleanly, 4 or 5 stay alive, finally being a scenario where they can establish good money and good economy going into the rest of the half.
Very aggressive round so far. Heroic trying to sprint their way through, it seems. They've got their running shoes on into the round. Angel plays the close angle. They'll try and trade this back, and he's got so much information for that play alone. You can see the immediate rotate coming through as they want to resituate their attack, restructure it, and get themselves hunkered down towards the A-bomb site.
I haven't seen this flash before. Clears out the close angle. Smoke goes down towards the bottom of long, so now they can Molotov off towards truck, smoke towards bank, and towards stairs, and eventually execute towards this site in anti-eco fashion.
Trying to go through. Their forces a unit here. They push out, though, and the opening frag is going to go the way of Angel. Does damage on the CZ, but Snappy and Nico trade back. But it's all on 0, it seems. That M4, and he definitely wanted more. As he gets another frag, the headshot comes in. Nico goes down. Voxic with a final shot with the CZ as Modi will fall. And they're sloppy rounds, but HellRaisers are picking them up.
Massive hat-trick there from 0 towards stairs. Manages to ward off the push there towards A long. It seemed like a bit of miscommunication there from the T side. No flashbang coming through the smoke meant they were just walking into the stack of HellRaisers. 4 players from the CT side entrenched there towards toilets. And of course the A site as they mowed them down, pushing through that long smoke. Anyway, though, round number 10. Buys again though for the T side, even after losing that one. UMP there for Essa Tag's going to show it. Still there, 3 AKs, all points again to Yuki. Let's see if we can have some effect into these rounds. So far, it's been the slow, coherent, methodical style of CS coming from Heroic. Just taking control of the map and then executing based off of that. The AWP hasn't really had too much presence into these rounds. Bomb, outside monster right now from the Heroic side. Maybe that's going to be giving away their eventual hand as they might be committing back towards the B side after having no success towards A.
Oh, the early phase comes through. Voxic might have been able to actually do some damage here, but they have to reposition. They're a bit paranoid because they did hear the pitter-patter of footsteps. They knew reinforcements were starting to come over, and they didn't really want to run the risk of losing the early trade game.
So, 1 minute on the clock. Still a 5 versus 5. 0 gets tagged up a little bit there towards B. Anyway, though, see, Bomb hasn't moved position just yet. 0 there. We'll find the kill with the boost there from Sandbags towards Connect. The 1-man advantage now from the CT side. HellRaisers. The 1 round advantage, can they make it 2? Is he going to be swapping out the M4 for the AK? I believe it was the UMP actually for that AK. So, 40 seconds left. The play now coming towards the B site. Let's see what these players can do.
Modi will be the one trying to be the showstopper here and open it up with an absolute bang. Normally incredibly crisp and proficient. Just focusing on his own individual game. Spots out the first man, but can't quite connect. The shot goes down to Voxic as well, in the elevated angle, providing overwatch for the CTs right now, but Yugi trades it back through. Yugi nearly with a follow-up kill as well. The swift flick as he blows Issa away, hungry for more, hoping they're going to peek towards him, but Angel does damage. Causes a bit of dismay as well. You can see the panic as they're not quite sure where this push is coming from. Yugi, it relies so heavily on him being the difference maker. He's got to be that incredible impact fragger, normally so prolific with the AWP. Will that happen today? Snappy gets into the backline though. This is so smart, Snods. This could be the difference maker right here. The trigger discipline comes through as well. Snappy does damage, finds both of the headshots, and they get the round.
There we have it. Yuki there finds another crazy shot as well in the 2 versus 3. And that allows the 2 versus 1 there from Snap. He finds the kill towards Short, finds that last kill as well towards Default. And it's going to be 5-5 as instead of a surely they're going to reset that money from HellRaisers. It's going to be the buy though, nevertheless. They're going to be forcing into this one. Let's see what the buy is going to be. 3 Famases so far. And 4 into Angel. And actually Dead Fox deducted it down to a P250. I believe he must have dropped over a rifle. So once again, Dead Fox, one of the star players, established players from the HellRaisers side, taking the hit in terms of firepower and actually going to be buying the utility. So, speaking of utility, Jack, what's missing right now from the city side?
No kits there, Snods.
No kits indeed. In case the bomb does go down from Heroic, we've seen some great afterplants from Heroic, and they've extended that bomb timer from playing good afterplant positions. So, if this bomb goes down with the Famases, the P250, and the lack of kits, those retakes are going to be so hard to pull off.
It's true. They're leaving themselves up much time to try and retake that site. So they have to react very swiftly and hope they can gain control in a matter of seconds. And there's been absolute chaos in the site take so far for Heroic. So I don't know if that is going to be the case for HellRaisers.
I feel like HellRaisers is a team that thrives in the chaos. We saw it from Dead Fox. We saw it from Zero as well in the earlier rounds. But enough of the past and into the present. 3 players from the T side now, the bomb included, going to be making its way towards Monster. Again, they're going to go for the contact play out through Monster, try for the first headshot, open up the site and play that retake scenario that's been paying dividends for them so far.
They do only have 1 man situated there, so everyone else is going to try and reposition, locate themselves towards B, and the timing could actually just be in their favor. They get Dead Fox on the scene. He might not have too much to work with, but the first frag goes the way of Issa. They now know that it's the push coming out as well. They've spotted the bombs. The rotate will start to swarm in. Attack does damage, though, with that rifle. He rips his way through Zero, and this is where it starts to get awkward. Angel might trade, but can Issa stay alive? It's Wosik to actually get the double kill from the elevated boost. Somehow, they grab the advantage. It's all on Yugi. He extends too far out as well. He's so low, Snods, and he's pent in. The push is coming towards him. He loses his head. Great individual play there from Wosik. Smart decision-making. Go for the counter boost.
Exactly that. Counter boost comes in, catches Heroic off guard. It's going to grant Wosik 2 kills there in that retake. Kits not needed. The early kills before the bomb was even planted went the way of the CT side, and it's going to be 6-5 now. 1 round advantage right now for HellRaisers on the CT side. Still got 3 more rounds to play though. Let's see if they can make this one, or even 4 more, sorry. Let's see if they can make this one 10-5. Completely flip it as to what Heroic did to them on their Mirage CT side. So, round number 12 now. Eco going to come out from Heroic. Only player they're wielding Kevlar is going to be Nico as the armor, and Deagle going to try and see if he can find the first kill towards mid, but Angel's doing the exact same.
Angel ready for the push to come towards him. They do bound round, showing off their acrobatic skills a little bit. And Modi gets the trade as well, just overwhelmed. And point blank range against P250. It's not going to be that effective, so he does fall. Wosik with the opener. Actually, sorry, the miss there towards mid. You're expecting him to be able to do some damage. Yugi actually catches him off. That's the worst possible situation, Snods. Yugi has been rearmed with a weapon that he made a name for himself.
It's deja vu to what we saw in the last one. A Mirage. Heroic were able to win the full eco versus HellRaisers. Look like they're going to do it again. Yugi finds one towards Short. Zero goes down. It's the 4 versus 2. Another 2-man advantage for Heroic. The silver lining here for HellRaisers is the fact that there's no Kevlar apart from Nico on that T side. Then again, there you can see the push coming in through Monster from Issa. Going to get the information he needs. Dead Fox has actually rotated back towards the A site. One of these players has to go huge if they want a chance of making this one 7-5 in their favor.
This is really not how they wanted it to go. You imagine HellRaisers thought, right, we've got through the hard one. This is going to be the fairly easy round. We close this out right now. Just play to our strengths, but Heroic just dismantled them.
Think about their economy as well. Even if they win this one with 1 player alive, they're so prone to being reset into round number 13. Dead Fox jump spotting with a Molotov, 30 seconds left. If he sees the players towards long, throws the Molotov to a good position as well. Could ward off the push for another 6 seconds. And here it comes. Can Issa rotate in time, and can Dead Fox hold the line?
Flashbangs start to go out. They really want to try and slow them down as much as possible. And that backstab needs to be key. Issa is going to be so vital into the round here, Snods, as he does get behind them ever so slightly, slowly slithering in. 10 seconds remaining. He couldn't delay the bomb plant, but he overextends. Nico spots him out as well, and everything relies on Issa. He gets one, and he's hungry for more. Has to find 3 more frags, but the pixel angle, somehow Yugi lands it instantly, blows him away, and they win off the back of an eco just because Angel lets it slip towards mid. Then they find that kill towards Wosik, and that was it. From that point onwards, there was nothing HellRaisers could do.
Hat-trick kill there from Jugi into round number 12. Kill towards Wosik. Wosik giving away the AWP to Yugi as well. A star AWPer from the Heroic side. And as soon as you give him the AWP, you saw how he was able to open up the site. And obviously find that last kill as well onto Issa and surmount Heroic to round number 6. Scoreline going to be equalised, but firepower, the buys on both sides, definitely far from equal. It's going to be the eco coming up from HellRaisers. Once again, it's the battle of ecos and force buys and who can reset the other opponent. This is going to be Armor there onto Issa. Upgraded pistols there onto 3 players. And then the USP and the P2000 there onto Dead Fox and Wosik. And that could be giving us a sign here, Jack, that we might be seeing a double-out setup into round number 14.
It's true. It'd probably be a good sort of decision to go for. Obviously, we saw a lot more structure with that, a lot more control. You go that double-up setup, you can play 1 to a site, and it just allows them to have a little bit of extra mileage when it comes to those important rounds. Angel, though, just damage takes down Yugi, and they grab themselves the free orb.
There we have it. 1-man advantage right now for the CT sub, but you can see Esatag, arms wide open, just lets him walk into his cross set, knows Wosik's close as well, and we'll find that second kill. No Kevlar there for these players, means they just go down instantly versus the Kalashnikov. It's going to be the 4 versus 3 now. Thankfully, the Issa on the rotate does have Kevlar. So oh, actually, no. Issa's the one far away. So it's not looking too likely here for HellRaisers.
Zero goes for the boost play. Sitting on top of Dead Fox's head. Oh, snipes down Modi. He's going to be very moody after that one. I know Irby guy quite annoyed as they're waiting for this push to come in. Snappy is ready. Oh, the timing though, he actually flicks at the wrong time. Between both of them, couldn't quite prioritize who we want to take down first. And Dead Fox finds the trade. Issa just a little bit too far away to wield that CZ accurately enough to actually find that frag on towards Esatag. And Dead Fox has to force the play right now. He's going to sprint in towards Nico, but he hears him thunderfooting towards him. It doesn't take much for him to blow him away as well.
There was the eco though, of course. Bomb was planted, and the round was won by Heroic. It's going to be 7-6 now, as after losing the pistol. In terms of the buy rounds here, Jack, we've seen 10. And Heroic have won 7 of them. HellRaisers, they win. 3 on the trot from the pistol. They have clean rounds as well. 5 players, 4 players staying alive for them. But unfortunately for them, they couldn't surmount a good enough economy and establish one of that. And so far, they've only been able to win 3 buy rounds on their CT half. And they've let slip 7. It's going to be the FAMAS there. Onto Angel, UMP onto Dead Fox. Orb, though, once again for Wosik. Oh, we're going to finally see some star power from him. The only real time we've seen Wosik step up into this game was when he had the M4. He found the multiple kills towards that B site retake. Bomb towards middle. Going to be going for the slow default towards mid. Actually, Wosik's going to try and get in front of that smoke, and Molotov gets the first kill.
Wosik does damage, takes down Nico. Angel as well, going to rip his way through Esatag there, and Snappy lands the headshot with the AK-47. Angel's a little bit of work as well, Snuds, but it's only Modi and Yugi left into the round. The bomb is down, but they're not in great positions to try and stop them from recovering it.
HellRaisers having control of the bomb should make this a near impossible round here for Heroic to take. Yugi spots the shot of it from Angel, finds the first. The 2 versus 3. Still the UMP into play from Dead Fox. Issa now from behind, should be able to find the corner to Modi, catch him off guard, sprays him. Doesn't really find the kill just yet.
Final kill comes in there. Zero will pick off Yugi as he lands that shot. Moving on now to the final round of the half. Snods. This is going to decide who will get that 1 round advantage, that little bit of a projection that will boost them further into that second half.
So, final round here, round number 15. 7-7 is the scoreline. Close affairs so far. Issue is right now for HellRaisers is, yes, you've got 7 rounds in the CT side of Overpass, but you won the first pistol. You've only got 4 rounds in terms of the buys. If Heroic had won that pistol, this could easily be an 11-4 scoreline going into the second half. Nevertheless, though it isn't, let's see what they can do. Once again, Heroic had so much success towards that B site early on. They're going to try and replicate it. Bomb, and all the players from the Heroic side actually situated towards the B site. And the push here from Angel towards middle, they know exactly what's going on towards this B site here from Heroic.
They're going to be pushing their way in. Hoping that the timing works in their favour. A swift strike there from Nico as he lands a headshot on towards Issa, but Wosik trades back. We need to see more from Wosik though in these sort of scenarios. Dead Fox as well does damage, but it's only the 1 kill, leaving them in a 3 versus 3, bit of a stalemate as well. The bomb has not gone down just yet because they can't quite push up enough. Zero's being so annoying, and Angel, he's in the back line. This could be the play that they needed. He is their saving grace as he finds 1 and 2. Angel dismantles them, leaves them absolutely bloodied and broken, and it's all on Snappy. How many times have we seen this before? But this time, Snappy won't be able to make the quick plays that will make the swift decisions. He will fall. HellRaisers take the advantage. They get 8-7 at the half, and they will be working their way through. How are they going to play up on their second half, though? Will this be the difference maker? Can they try and take this 1-1? Find out after the break. HellRaisers raising a mild amount of hell there on the first half as they go through with an 8-7 scoreline.
Yep.
Looking better.
Yeah, a lot better. Obviously, first map Mirage, Heroic had the 10-5 advantage on the CT side. And now, of course, HellRaisers do win the half 8-7. So they win their pistol, they make it 3-0. And of course, Heroic, they came out with their slow, methodical, grind out the round essentially, play it slow, wait to see and feel out the opposition. Start of defaults and actually definitely paid dividends for them. Managed to claw it back 8-7 and actually winning 7 rounds on your T half after losing the pistol is still a good feat.
Yeah, it looked a whole lot better, and they've obviously started to improve a couple of things there on that half. Let's get into the odds, though, and see what changes have occurred there.
Ooh. So is that correct now, yeah?
I think so, mate.
Good.
I'm pretty sure.
It looks correct anyway. 1.4 for Heroic to win, obviously. Yes, HellRaisers are winning right now, 8-7, but then again, you saw what happened on the last half, also the last map from Heroic, where they actually did take in convincing fashion. It's looking like potentially they could do the same, as now they're going to be on their CT side.
Their CT side is where they'll be playing now, but how is it going to go as we dive straight into the action? Ooh,
oh my.
Actually, very much so straight into the action, as it's already halfway through the round here. Yugi left on just 61 HP, but he does find their headshot. Apparently, they're bringing it back. It's a 2 versus 1. It seems the bomb is down. Yugi forced to attempt to retake this as he floods his way through, but what can he actually do here? Dead Fox is playing close. He has the Overwatch support of 0, finds 1 kill, waiting for the second face to come through, tapping off these headshots, but can't quite connect them just yet. The peek comes through from 0. 0 knows he's won this at this point. Snods, there's no kit for Yugi. Trying to force the face. There is no reason for him to fall into the trap. Will do damage. Nevertheless, HellRaisers continue the mild amount of hell.
It looked like the play towards B there, Jack. Not quite too sure what happened there. Nevertheless, though, round number 17 now. HellRaisers going to be taking both pistols on this final map. It should be warranting them at least 5 to 6 rounds. We saw them go and have the 3-0 lead on the CT half. Let's see if they can make it again. After making it 8-7 first half, winning that first half with a 1 round advantage, winning that second pistol now as well. 9-7 will be the scoreline, 2 round advantage versus Heroic. If they win versus the Force by coming from the CT side as well, force the eco, this could easily be an 11-7 scoreline.
0 connects the headshot back on towards Snappy right now, so they are picking up these long distance frags. That's all they essentially have to do, try and whittle down Heroic from as far away as possible. Do not give those pistols a chance to be powerful up close personal.
Yeah, you can see how slow HellRaisers are playing right down the T side. Trying to see if there's any aggression from the CT side. Obviously, having the pistols, having the lack of firepower and the lack of utility, the longer this round goes on, the more you have to be favouring HellRaisers now on the T side. Yugi, about to be tested though.
Yugi picks out, has the Deagle, normally incredibly effective with that weapon as well. The skills transfer over from the AWP is that same sort of one and done style take, but he doesn't land it, will fall. And HellRaisers just steamrolling through as they make their slow approach. Seemed like they did want to try and mount their attack towards that A bomb site, but possibly second guessing themselves. B is where the last few CTs are actually stacked to death. Somehow pushes through. It's a double dig. That is absolutely filthy that he gets away with that.
How are these eco rounds so close right now between Heroic and HellRaisers? Seems with the skill, it's definitely in the court of Heroic on the CT side. Khalil for Dead Fox, 2 UMPs as well right now for the T side. And they're going to be battling versus the Kalashnikovs onto Modi and Esitag. Luckily, though, for them, Esitag and Nuke, of course, have been tagged down just a little bit and actually grouped up together to 3. Pushed through T-spawn. They're going to be giving up and forfeiting the A side. And here comes the retake. No kit, though, for the CT side as the bomb will be planted as they have to move swiftly.
This retake actually could be pretty effective for them. Sure, they don't have kits, but they have a little bit of utility. They have the smoke. They've also got these 2 AKs to play with. They've got a lot more firepower than what HellRaisers are bringing to the table, and they're finding the headshots as well. You definitely want Modi wielding one of these rifles, and he's able to just snipe down Angel. Issa is just waiting for the push to come towards him, but he swings a little bit too wide, falls to Modi. It's on Dead Fox here, Snods. He might have already got 2 frags. But Nico spots him out, blows him away. They can go for the full 10-second defuse. They had to react to the times that they did, but they pull it out.
Heroic going to make it 8-9 here. Only 1 round behind HellRaisers on the T side as they actually might be resetting the money from the T side, and they will be. 2,000 across the board right now for the T side. Question is, do you go for the force buy as the rebuttal? Do you eco this one and buy up into the next one? And try and have the 4-5 AK buy. You might see Dead Fox go for a UMP by utility. Try and aid the team with grenades. Anyway, though, regardless, Heroic now 8 rounds for themselves with a 5 rifle buy for them. 2 AK salvaged up into this round, and 3 and 4s as well as going to be, well, HellRaisers going to be making the fast play there towards Connector. See if they can catch into the CT players off guard.
Bound on their way out as they leap across, attempting to try and gate that early map control as fast as can be. A very messy style of CS coming out from HellRaisers. They want to just try and burst their way and overwhelm the hunkered down players on the side of Heroic. They do go for the counter boost as well, peering over the smoke, trying to see if they can get any information. Zero with the P250. Early tags him out. Domes Yugi as well as he actually takes him down. Now they're just going to try and swarm, overwhelm those CT setups, but Modi and Nico are just accepting these frags with open arms. It's a 4K for Nico and a round for Heroic.
Here comes the buy though from HellRaisers. 4,000 across the board right now for their economy. They can buy the AKs. Dead Fox could go for the glass cannon AWP. But wouldn't be able to afford any utility or Kevlar. Actually, instead, going to be going for the first option. Going to be going for the AK instead. 5 AKs across the board now for HellRaisers. See how they're going to merit this one. Heroic on the T side. They did the slow defaults. They took control of the middle. Smoking off toilets. Molotoving off towards Banana. Flashing their angles and smoking off the end of long. They played the slow con game. It was definitely effective. Managing to pick up 7 rounds for the T side. For HellRaisers, though, you can see. Playing more passive. Spread across the map more. Zero there. Does find the first. Snappy gets caught off guard with the aggression there from the CT side. It's going to warrant HellRaisers that first kill and the 1-man advantage.
Slowly trying to take that map control once again towards toilets. They do have the manpower advantage in the battle of attrition here as Snappy has fallen. If they do burst out from long, the backstab could actually be critical. Look how deep the push is going from Heroic. There's no one on the site. They go for the double push towards toilet to try and swiftly strike and get these frags early. Smoke goes down as well, trying to play a couple of mind games with the players on Heroic as the peek comes in. The timing is perfect for Nico, but he only gets one. The response from Wosik is unprecedented how important it is as they now are left into a 3 versus 4 and the A site is completely open. They're going to get that information shortly as well. Luckily enough, Yugi can retaliate as he trades it back. Angel is stunted as the flashbangs go over. There's actually a team flash as well as they now start to ascend their way in.
Yugi now isolates towards toilets, catches up the first player there but gets tagged up to 1 HP. Flashbang comes through, trying to see if he can win the duel, but eventually Zero just pre-firing the angle will take down Yugi. It's going to be the 3 versus 2. Kids though for the CT side, but no smokes, no molotovs to flush out these T players in this scenario, in this retake.
The angle's already being covered as well. The smoke is down to waste so much time for S-Attack here. He knows he has to just try and sprint his way through and invest into this. Modi just waiting for some kind of lifeline, a bit of distraction play really to keep them busy. The smoke is dissipated now so they can push out. Modi takes the first face. Luckily enough, Angel got a bit bored and wasn't facing towards him in that timing. But they realize it's already too far ticked. They have to back off. They did have kits, but they just didn't have the confidence and didn't have any potential openers to give them a chance into the round.
Exactly. Going to be saving this one as the scoreline goes 10-9 now in favour of HellRaisers on the T side. 3 players staying alive as well for the T side, which means they can drop over to Issa and Woksik and potentially try and build up an economy as much as possible. Zero right now, 22-9 is his frags on the board. For Heroic there, they had the aggression from Snappy towards B short. Good idea, but poor execution you saw. Zero able to capitalize off the aggression. Snappy alone, there's no trade kill there. It meant a 4 versus 5 scenario there for Heroic. So when the push came in towards toilets, even though they went 1 for 1 and 2 for 2 with Woksik and co towards mid, still they were always in a man deficit. As soon as you get that 1-man advantage, as soon as you play the trade game from there onwards, you will always have the advantage into the round. Nevertheless, though, talk about this one. It's going to be round number 20. 5 rifles onto both sides. I don't think actually Issa buying the MAC-10 is going to be expecting the rifle buy come out from Heroic.
Starting to back off and attempt to reposition themselves a little bit here as they want to try and slip through, take that toilet control. There's been these consistent attacks towards the A-bombs. Like this time they are fairly armed though, and actually do have the arsenal that could be the difference maker. Can they find the crack in the armor for Heroic this time? Oh, Yugi in the backline. This backstab could be so massive depending on if no one's watching the angle and the trigger discipline. You love to see it as he just waits it out, whittles down the clock, blows Zero away, and then starts to rapidly reposition. All of that information can be relayed to his teammates as well as they seem fully committed towards this take towards the A. So Yugi still does damage, Nods.
And here we have it, the 5 versus 3. Issa now trying to charge his way through the site. Eventually will be traded out there by Woksik. It's going to be the 4 versus 4. Make it the 4 versus 3. Now we see it. Dead Fox now. It's a nice headshot there onto S-Attack as he puts himself into the 1 versus 2. Bomb is down though towards A side. He gets tagged up to 20 HP, finds the headshot again onto Snappy. It's 30 seconds left, and he can plant. He knows exactly where Yugi's rotating from.
Needs the 4K to close out the round if he wants to win off the back and get in the frags here as Yugi will push towards him. The HP difference is shocking how much it favours Yugi. He also has the utility that can force Dead Fox out of position. Dead Fox needs to just try and not let any mind games shine through. Play to his own game. He has a good angle as well. It just depends on the time if he actually tries to go for the peak. Yugi gets the smoke down, backs up, walks into his crosshair, but Yugi lands the shot, takes him down. They equalize the scoreline 10-10. So close though, down to the wire there.
close, but no cigar there for HellRaisers. The retake does prevail for Heroic as they make it 10-10, and once again the money is reset for HellRaisers though. Thankfully, they didn't get the bomb down, which means they can still buy up into this one if they want to. And so far, 2 AKs bought. Is that going to be wielding the UMP? Able to buy up extra utility into this one. So, good luck for Dead Fox. And 3 AKs going to buy from the T side right now as we go into round number 21. Heroic have the UMP there onto Snappy. FAMAS there for Muddy. The 3 rifles to finish off the rest of the CT buy. Bomb towards play going once again from the T side. It seems like they're really quite, I don't know, worried, scared, tentative to go back towards this B site. They've been having so much success towards A.
Come back to success towards A. Doesn't seem like it's going to be that easy for them this time around, as Nico does get the opening frag as he eliminates Angel. Could actually come back to bite them. A lot more aggression stacked towards B this time around as well, but it's a cheeky boost that comes out. Zero going to try and continue his streak as an absolute hero right now, as his timing is so awkward, but he still flicks it apparently.
4 versus 4. Zero, of course, low HP. HE doesn't quite connect as well. S-Attack holding the pixel angle will eventually be greeted by Zero. But actually, Zero just passive right now. Doesn't want to peek into the angle. He's expecting aggression there towards Monster. 55 seconds left on the clock, and the bomb is actually isolated alone towards middle. Dead Fox now catches Snappy off guard, but still Snappy wins the duel. Gets traded up by Issa though with the UMP. Issa, 11 HP, 0 onto 6. Wosik, the only player right now on the server with the bomb and full HP.
It's a 3 versus 3. Yugi is the frontline infantry that's waiting for the push to come towards him, but they are going to be resituating their attack, and it's the all-out aggression towards B that'll be the order of the day. S-Attack waiting. He does have the support of Modi, so they're ready for the push to come in. But Monster is going to be where that hit actually goes down. Hopefully, he doesn't get confused here. The flashbang goes over. He is blind. Couldn't react because this only lands 1 bullet. Trying to fight through the blindness. Zero! Another double kill. He's only on 6 HP, but he is like an absolute monster. Issa as well get that final frag towards Jugi. HellRaisers, they might allow Heroic to get 1 round, but they're going to say, you know what, we'll reset you right here, right now.
Exactly, the reset. So prominent right now for the CT economy, you can see. 1,500 across the board for Heroic. Going to be forced to go for the force buy. If HellRaisers win this one, make it 12-10, then they're going to be playing versus the Eco coming up from Heroic. It could easily be 13-10 scoreline based off of course, if HellRaisers can claim this one as we go into round number 22, they're going to be playing versus the UMP onto Snappy. Upgraded pistols across the board, but a lack of kits. No armor as well for Jugi as the fast player comes from the B side towards that B bomb site from HellRaisers.
Push comes through. Zero will find that kill with the AK-47 there as he rips his way through Modi. Dead Fox as well. Mac-10 is armed. And finds the headshot on towards S-Attack. They're trying to find these kills as they just roam around. Nico trapped towards Tiny with a measly CZ. Sure, he's packing a little bit of a punch, but he can't quite finish them off. He might get them low, but there was no real frags to go his way. Angel as well will connect that headshot on towards Yugi to tidy it up. And HellRaisers do steamroll straight through that one.
And now you can be granted or greeted by the Eco coming up from Heroic. You can see Nico there buying the flashbang. Light utility run out for the CT silence. They might just go for a heavy play towards Monster. Flash over from B short. Go for a heavy play towards middle. Get the flash in from mid once they think that the T players are close towards party and playground. And it's looking like they're going to be doing the latter here, Jack. Waiting for the flashbang, trying to catch HellRaisers off guard.
Oh, they are waiting up close and personal. Going to try to burst through. Nico is the only one with a flashbang, so he's going to pop that over, and they all charge their way in. They now have to commit off the back of it. They're giving the game away. That was their one trump card that they had. And Angel and Zero just kill everyone in front of them. Yugi might get 1 frag, but Zero is going to be happy with that one. Got more eco kills to stat pad out what he's got. If we have a look now as well, 30 bomb for him already into the game.
There we have it. 24 rounds played and 30 kills there for Zero. Of course, HellRaisers there in the previous round. Yes, they had 5 players stay alive. One of the issues was they didn't get the kills as the Mac-10s. In the dream scenario there, the push comes in towards mid. You have the Mac-10s onto Dead Fox and Issa just rack up as much cash as possible. But of course, everything does come to fruition the way you want it. Yugi peeks towards middle, going to be challenging Woxic once again, but eventually will fall back. Flashbang comes in towards Connector. HellRaisers have control and real estate here of Connector. Now, once you have control of Connector, you take control of middle, smoke off front toilets, Molotov off towards Banana, flashes come in towards middle. You can then sell a fake towards the A bomb site, set the execution towards A. You have control of Connector, you can do the fast rotation back towards B, and try and force a rotation from the CT side and catch Heroic off guard. It's looking like they're going to be staying put anyway. Aggression here from S-Attack as he pushes through the Monster smoke. Zero, no longer towards Monster, actually towards B sewers. So won't be winning the duel this time.
Oh, Yuki's all the timing. Wasn't quite ready for that, as he is going to see Issa just dance across his screen and be unable to connect the shot. Incredibly tight pixel angle would play there as well, as he's waiting to see if they will reface towards toilets. Toilet control is going to be quite vital here for HellRaisers, but it's a very slow burner, not committing to the push just yet.
5 versus 5, 45 seconds off the clock. Issa still has the MAC-10 into play. Obviously the ideal weapon in one of the scenario when eventually going to be attacking the A side. Yugi gets aggressive towards toilets, and Banana spots out the shoulder there from Issa.
Finds the frag. It was the contact peak. He knew he had to push towards him eventually as he did get spotted out, but when the trades come through, the flick of Wosik is absolutely spectacular as he blows him away. Modi going to find that first headshot. Nico tracked towards the site. He is blind. He is dazed and confused, but he's waiting for the right moment to try and punish everyone in front of him. Dead Fox will fall, but the rotate is on as they have completely lampooned themselves. It's all been an elaborate ruse as the B-bomb site was the true attack point. They've repositioned. They've got over there, but Wosik has to get the bomb down now because of the timing, and he's being pushed. Will he get the AWP out? Unfortunately not. Modi connects the headshot, switches out to the AWP for Yugi to the next round, and gets the defuse. That could have been round number 14 for HellRaisers, but the timing was so key, and Heroic were on the ball.
There we have it. Round up 11 now for Heroic on the CT side. Big 2K there for Modi. Finds the final kill as well, so Woxy trying to plant that bomb. AWP saved up as well into round number 25. It's going to be the buyers onto both teams though, let's see. Snappy going to be warding that UMP. AK salvaged by Nico. M4s across the board for the remainder of the buy, and then Yugi going to be winning the AWP again. Onto that CT side, Yugi once again top fragging for the CT side, only on 20 kills though. Stark contrast what we see, 0 currently performing at. Anyway, 4 AKs and 1 AWP, single AWP setups onto both teams right now. Into round number 25, 1 minute 40 on the clock, bomb outside Monster. HellRaisers, they've had success towards that B site. They're going to try to replicate it once again, 0. Hot and 4 right now, trying to find the first frag and open up B as he finds the first.
Oh, 0. He's been the absolute difference maker. I mean, he's been the prolific fragger that is the key to success for HellRaisers, essentially. He's finding these openers. He's finding clutch plays. He's finding 2Ks into the mid-round. He's the all-round player that we've needed to see. It's beautiful to see him really come to fruition right now.
4 versus 4. 1 minute 10 on the clock, though. Bomb going to be shifting through playgrounds. Going to be rejoining the ranks here towards A. So, it's there towards Connector. Smoke comes in. Yugi's going to be pushing it again. We saw Wosi do this on the first half. Yugi going to be replicating that, trying to see if he can find the first kill. Well, I say the first kill, the second actually, for his team and try to get the man advantage for Heroic, and then fall back and then play the retake and the site with the man advantage. Bomb actually been leaving towards A long. Maybe they're going to be edging their bets back towards this B-bomb side. They're going to have Angel here trying to set a fake, but one of the issues right now for the T side is Angel has no utility. In an ideal scenario, he would smoke off towards long, throw a flashbang, go back towards toilet, shoot his gun through the mid-smoke and try and show presence of 2 players. The lack of utility, he can't really sell too much of a fake.
Talking about utility as well, you can see Heroic have expunged everything they had now. They only have 2 flashbangs remaining, essentially, and those are going to be popped. Modi going to flashbang for his teammates, try to compliment because the push comes in towards the B bomb side, but S-Attack already goes down. The flashbang pops too late, and the damage is done. Luckily enough, Modi will get the upper hand somehow as he finds that headshot. Nico as well chimes in. It's all on Wosik. How many times have we seen this scenario? But he will fall, unable to even get the bomb down. HellRaisers, this is more their classic style. You play a very slow style of CS. You go for the early contact, really slow down the tempo, force out as much utility as you can from Heroic, then try and go for the late round burst. But at this point, they're leaving it too late, and it's always whittling down to 1 man. Modi's proving to be too much of a nuisance towards B.
Exactly. Same scenario we saw in Mirage. The CT setups right now from Heroic are just too strong. You got to remember, Jack, HellRaisers have won both pistols. One of the rounds that come out from Heroic has been that force round buy versus the buy from HellRaisers after one of the early ones on the second half. But apart from that, you know, you're looking at 10, 11 solid buy-round wins here from Heroic. Even though HellRaisers, at the start of both halves, they had the early momentum off the back of the pistol. Slowly but surely they let it slip. It's going to be the 5 versus 5, 1 minute 30 on the clock. Bomb towards middle. I say middle, more towards T stairs. Snappy again, getting aggressive towards B short. And as well, Nico going to be peeking towards A long. Aggression from the CT side, trying to feel out the buy and the potential play coming out from HellRaisers.
Get more of a read on what style of CS they're going to be playing into the round. And of course, wean out that utility as much as they can as well. Quite far through the round so far, no real plays that have forced out too much. You can see looking pretty good so far on what they have left in the bank for Heroic. Still 2 smokes to play with, but they need to hold on to those for the late round. One actually going to be used by Modi here as they have forced their hand a little bit. Nico overfaces, but it actually does pay off for him. Finds a headshot towards Angel.
1 man advantage now for the CT side. Nico finds 1. 3 players here from the T side and 0 they're lurking towards B. It's looking like he's going to be rejoining the team towards A. They have control of toilets. They smoked off Banana. They smoked off front toilets. They're now flashing the angles. Slowly but surely taking control of the real estate towards A, lining up the smokes and execute and see if they can push back Yugi's AWP and see if they can find an entry towards the site, make it a 4 versus 4 and win in the afterplan.
Oh, the boost from Yugi. Playing around the smoke. It's pretty smart, but is it going to pay off for him with the right timing? Of course it does. It's all coming at Yugi right now as he will find one. Nico as well, the headshot towards Issa as Yugi just waits for the peak to come out of the smoke, but the timing's a little bit off for him. Quite awkward as he unscoped. Zero will find that first kill, but Zero's only got 9 seconds left to play with. He falls, and Heroic have got quite a bit of a dominating streak going for them. They're picking up these rounds, one after the other, and they're going to take the lead off the back of this streak as well, because there's no cash left for HellRaisers. What do they do, Snods?
My goodness. Issa right now, 7-18. Again, we spoke about it in the preface, one of the issues of bringing forward these inexperienced players from Premier, from the FPL or the PUG style of CS, is that they lack the experience in the team games, and right now it's prevailing. 7 kills for him is seems like he's not really been showing his true form. Anyway, scoreline is equaled. It's going to be 30-13 as we go into round number 27. 2,000, 3,000 across the board right now for the T side. The question is, do you go for a quasi-buy? You're going to go for the Tech 9 armor, light utility, flashbang smokes, go for maybe a execute towards B, smoke off bridge, smoke off center site, molotov off towards barrels, flashbangs, burst the site, try to get the bomb down, have a better buy into the next one? Or do you full eco and have the best buy possible into round number 27? Anyway, those looking like there will be Fetus to Kevlar there onto the T side. It's up. And Zero going to be wielding Kevlar, upgraded pistols onto a few players as well from the T side. But right now, you can see just by the money on the CT side, they've won 3 on the trot, but only got 2,000 aggregately across the board for their money. That's a sign essential to how close these rounds have been.
Yeah, they've been incredibly down to the wire, really going all out in a lot of these scenarios. Thing is as well, HellRaisers in this scenario, I would normally say is probably out of luck, but you can't actually count them out. They've been incredibly proficient with these Deagles, but not when they're running into the Bloodbath. There is that beat bomb site. The defense is unprecedented. A tenacious defense will win them around a matter of seconds. Clean house as well. Don't lose any weapons. This is how Heroic need to play it, and HellRaisers, at this point, this is where it's all on the line for them.
Yeah, do or die. I mean, you can see the counter grenades there from Heroic. As soon as they know exactly what's going on, counter flashbangs from the players there back towards Sandwich and towards CT. They're flashing for SC Tag there towards Barrows. They're flashing for the players that are on site. They're granting so much space, so much timing, and free reign towards Monster as they just mow down the players exiting through that Monster tunnel. You can get aggressive here towards middle once again, waits for the flashbang. Get a peek over the smoke, but might just find himself peeking into the jaws of Woe6 AWP. First frag found here for the T-siders. It's looking like they could be managing to break this one back.
Snappy as well. Trying to trade this one back in their favor as they push through. They go 1 for 1, but Zero, always a hero in these scenarios as he gets that double kill. Modi able to rip his way through their defense. Zero is still just running through. He's an absolute machine, Snods. Every round could be riddled off into a highlight clip of his frags alone.
And here we have it. Nico on the 1 versus 2. 1:15 on the clock with a bomb. Will be planted shortly. Has the kit. No smoke though, no Molotov. Can't flush out one of these 2 players last alive for the T side. Bomb is planted. Woe6 with the AWP that should peek towards heaven and eventually take him down.
Nico relies so heavily on his rifle skills, but you cannot beat Zero right now. It's crazy just how effective he's been. 37 of 15 in regular time right now as he's ripping his way for everyone. He's going to be dropping the 40 bomb before the end.
It's a 30 kill difference right now between Issa and Zero. Looking at the different caliber of players right now for the HellRaisers side, they need someone else to step up into this one though. How often is Zero going to be able to establish himself a 4K, a 3K into this round, granting lifelines time and time again for HellRaisers as the backs are against the ropes. Obviously, Heroic, if they win this one, they break the money of HellRaisers, they get to 15-14. HellRaisers is going to be on such a weak buy. You're looking at Heroic to be favorites, the closest one out, 16-14. Nevertheless, the UMP in there for Dead Fox, 3 AKs and 1 up for the T side. And once again, though, for Yugi, going to be winning the single up setup for that CT side. Aggressive hit towards Tollus as he's waiting for the aggression to come towards mid and A long.
Oh, Nico peeks out, but that could be their massive downfall. This actually could be HellRaisers securing themselves the map win here, Snods, as they push their way through, brute forcing towards the A-bomb. So just use all your brawn right now. Forget about brains. You don't need strategy. But Modi lives up to that as he finds the double kill. The headshot smoothie right now being served up as they're left onto a 4 versus 3. And HellRaisers have to react.
Man advantage right now for Heroic. They win this one, they reset the money of HellRaisers. And at that point, it could easily be a 16-14 finisher. Orb still into play from Woe6. Flashback comes out towards default though, Issa gets tagged up.
is fairly low, left on 18 HP. He just needs to try and bait for his teammates here, essentially go in and die for them so they can get the easy kills to retaliate with. Snappy and Monty do damage, though. It's all on 0. And unfortunately, in that scenario, he couldn't close it out. Heroic get round number 15 on the board. That is the worst case scenario. This could have been HellRaisers grabbing the ball by the horns and really locking it down. But now they've been left in such a horrific spot. They have no cash for what could be the final round of the half. Heroic could win this in a 16-14 fashion.
This is the buy I was talking about here, Jack. You have 2 players stay alive. You get reset suddenly. You're looking at a weak buy. It's going to be careful across the board there for the T side. Upgraded pistols as well. 3 Tech 9 to CZ there for Angel. The P250 for Wosik. Decent utilities there across the board, so they might be able to make something happen as they play fast towards Connector. Molotov comes off, or comes out, sorry, from Nico. They're holding off the push there. Good HE as well, does about 100 damage collectively. As already, it's going to be favoured here for Heroic to close this one out 16-14.
If you can actually have a look at the scoreboard quick, Jake, as well.
37, wow.
37 frags still. This is the thing, it's hard for him because he's done so much work. You've got to wonder, him being sort of the carrying force right now, the driving force has been getting these consistent clutch plays, how much is really going to slow him down to this round because they know it's do or die right now. No room for mistakes.
Exactly. Will 0 play more of that base style. So obviously he's the one firing all cylinders into this one. Anyway, they're Muddy on the line towards toilets. A good setup here from Heroic. They have 3 players towards the A site. They're playing 3 towards A, 2 towards B. They're splitting their defense efficiently. So eventually the attack here from HellRaisers will eventually have to be forced to come towards the A site. Here comes the execution.
Timing is key. The skies are lined with smokes and flashbangs right now as they soar through the air. Yugi goes for the peak, finds 1 kill. Woxic does a bit of damage, he trades back, but it's just Woxic and Dead Fox left. They're trying to get up close to Personal where their pistol is going to be effective, but it seems like everything has been flushed down the pan, and it's all left on Woxic right now. The P250 swings wide, couldn't connect the shots, falls to Moddy. Heroic claim both maps in a very dominant fashion. 16-14 here on the
yeah, I wouldn't say that was too dominant, obviously. No. 16-14 could have gone either way, but I mean, what happened there, right? You get to 14-14, you get reset, and I mentioned it there. Match point there for Heroic. They're versus the Force buy, and we've seen how clean and clinical the anti-ecos have been from Heroic. They play very good setups towards the sites. They're playing counter-flash setups. They're playing to basically aid and back up each other. And it's just too much to handle for HellRaisers.
That's the thing. This whole matchup could have been flipped on its head there, especially these final 2 rounds where that actually boiled down, right? We expected maybe at that point, it looked like HellRaisers had the game basically in their hands. They were going to be able to close it out. It was theirs to lose. They lose that round and just throw the whole thing because they had no economy left. They had to win that round and close the game out.
Talk about economy as well. Obviously, winning both their pistols, you're going to be expecting potentially a better half or a better game coming out from HellRaisers. Yes, they got ecoed on the second eco coming out from Heroic, but nevertheless, they got 5 rounds for free, essentially, after winning both pistols. So this easily could have been, you know, a 16-12, a 16-11. In terms of the buy rounds, it was definitely heavily favouring Heroic.
It's just ridiculous how this game went as well. I mean, you've got to sort of feel bad, essentially, for Zero that was just... He was the de facto reason they were able to do anything. He was finding consistent 3Ks, all this damage throughout the game. I mean, he was averaging sort of, you know, 1.5 kills a round, essentially.
Yep.
And it's just such a shame that towards the end there, obviously, they just didn't really have anything to offer. This was a nice play from Angel as well, really capitalizing without sort of these key moments where everyone started to fire from all cylinders. They wouldn't have had such a close game. A lot better than the first map, but still more to be desired.
Yeah. Close one, no cigar. Obviously, you have Zero there stepping up massively, 37 kills for him, but we can't really fall silent on the fact that Issa, of course, 7 kills and 20 deaths. You know, you might have one player being on 37 kills, but then again, it's just equalized, essentially, when you add up both those totals. What, 44 kills, half that? They're averaging 22 kills each, and you look at that across the board, it's not really one player stepping up.
That's the thing with Issa as well, sort of like before the game we were sort of speaking about how...
Yeah, I thought he'd be a star player. I mean, watching the demos back online, his aim was phenomenal, and of course, it's online CS, but the stakes are far, far higher than an online qualifier. It's very good first bullet aim, but obviously when you're lacking potentially the brain or the experience, the clutch plays in the 3 versus 3s, the 4 versus 4s, the team plays well asking for flashbangs and playing the 2 versus 2s effectively, you can see that it just basically fell short.
The pressure possibly on his shoulders there caused him to buckle under the weight of that, so he couldn't quite find his own game, unfortunately. But talking about your own game, why don't you head on over and check out the Mountain Dew League so you know exactly what's going on there. If you love what we provide here, it's the same sort of stuff. It's absolutely fantastic. You can see sort of the tier 2 talent really in some of these teams. There's fantastic stuff. I mean, you yourself have played in Mountain Dew League.
Yeah, I mean, last season, obviously playing at Endpoint didn't go too well. Then again, having to play with Stan, it wasn't the best scenario. But I mean, I played versus Wosik in the last season premiere, and that's just basically it, right? You're finding the new tier talent from that Mountain Dew League, Issa as well, playing in Premier as well. So it's basically the farming of the up-and-coming talent.
Yeah, and we saw sort of teams like Big that have actually qualified their way through
the Mountain Dew League
into this season of Pro League Season 6. We're going to see some of those, I think, actually tomorrow on the big stream.
I believe so. I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, so that is all we have with the first game. There is still more to come, though. Another 2 maps will be coming up after this short break.
ESL Pro League is brought to you in part by Intel, the City of Odense, GeForce GTX, Lenovo Legion, Bedway, Pay Safeguard, Logitech G, Mountain Dew League, Xfinity, and ESEA.